When it comes to time, we can either make excuses or you can make sacrifices, my dear brothers and sisters. In this world, Allah has given each and every one of us a time limit. Is this right or wrong? You have a time limit. Every single one of us does not know when that time will end. Am I right or wrong? Therefore, it is the most valuable thing we can spend time. Every one of us has 24 hours. Every one of us has the same time as everyone else. But unfortunately, some people look at time differently. You know the physicist Einstein? He told us something about what we call time is relative, meaning it depends on how you look at it. Time differs from one person to another. It's true. If you look at time and don't value it, lots of time will pass by you and you don't care, and it will pass quickly. A little child doesn't care about time. It passes quickly. There are people who look at time as money. The majority of people, when you ask them what is a time, they say time is money. Other people say time is my family. Some say time is myself. Me, myself and I, that's it. Time is my house, time is my enjoyment, and some people say time is my luxury. And I just want to enjoy it the way I want to enjoy it. And everybody says we have got one short life to live, so make the most of it. Okay, but how do you make the most of it? Let me ask you something, brothers and sisters. All of what I mentioned before is all temporary and meaningless. If you make your time money, then sorry. Even the greatest of philosophers and people of the past, even non-Muslims, have all said, if your time is money, then your life is cheap. Why? What can money do for you? Yes, it can pay your bills and make you financially free, but it doesn't buy love. It doesn't buy your family. It doesn't buy your time. Can you buy more time in life with money? It doesn't really buy you the happiness, like real happiness. It doesn't give you real purpose. You accumulate it and then leave it behind. You leave it behind. Now, in Islam, it doesn't say you don't pursue money. You should pursue your money. You should pursue your livelihood. But brothers and sisters, we need to prioritize what we do with our time. And we need to understand the purpose of why we're here and where we're going. And what we need to do, brothers and sisters, is don't do israf. What is israf? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, Allahu la yuhibbul musrifin. Allah does not like those who do israf. And another verse, Allah says, وَلَا تُبَذِّرْ تَبْذِيرًا إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ كَانُوا إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ. Do not be wasteful. The people who are waste are the friends and the brothers of the shaitan. What does it mean? Israf and tabdhir both mean waste, but tabzir is to spend your time, your wealth, your energy on things that are haram, that are forbidden. Israf means you spend it on things that are permissible, but things you can afford, but things you cannot afford them. What does afford mean? Let me explain to you. If you are married, for example, your wife has the right upon you financially as a husband. If you have children, your children have a right upon you financially. If you are a mother, you have time that you need is put aside for your children as well. If you have parents, you have a little time to give to them as well. You have your health and your body. You have time for your health and your body. You need a car, you need to get to work, you need to do other things, food and so on and so forth. You start spending in one area too much, whereby it's going to cause you to neglect another duty. Then that thing you did right there is called israf. So it's relative. There are people who are very wealthy. They are rich in money. They can spend more than you and I on expensive things, no problem, because they can afford it and they can still fulfill their duties perfectly. That's not called israf. But people who cannot afford everything, you have to manage your wealth and manage your time and new resources. Allah says He does not like those who do things they cannot afford them. because you're wasting your resources, your time, your wealth, and you're putting yourself in a big problem. As Allah says in the Quran, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ يَدَكَ مَغْلُولَةً إِلَى عُنُقِكَ وَلَا تَبْسُطْهَا كُلَّ الْبَسْطِ فَتَقْعُدَ مَلُومًا مَحْسُورًا. Do not be too stingy, putting your hands close to you. No, I'm not going to spend. And don't up all while spending on everything. But be balanced. Otherwise, you will sit there regretful and powerless in trouble. So Islam is about managing your time and making your time meaningful and meaningful and purposeful. So my brothers and sisters, a Muslim is balanced in everything, and time is precious to him or her. The biggest lie that I have ever heard from someone is to say, I do not have time. I don't have time to pray. I don't have time for my parents. I don't have time for my spouse. I don't have time for my children. I don't have time for my friends, for my work, or whatever it is. It's not that you don't have time. You do. You have to prioritize your time. What is more important? Philosophers got right. They said humans tend to make excuses that they have no time because they fear the guilt of accountability for making choices. If you make a choice, it's on you. So you say, I don't have time. So you don't feel guilty. So it's reassuring to convince yourself, I have no time by lying to yourself.